Hi friends, I am Dr. Pratap Singh Rathod. I have done MD in Forensic Medicine. And today we will discuss about identification of individuals from the prints other than the fingerprints or other body parts. In this first we will discuss about footprints or podograms. As such, skin patterns of toes, heels are as distinct and permanent as those of fingers. So even the footprints, the ridges on the footprints are also unique as the fingerprints. So these footprints of newborn infants are used in maternity hospitals to prevent exchange or substitution of infants. So whenever the infants are born in hospitals where multiple births occurs, they usually take the footprints of the infants that is used as a mode of identification of infants. Records are also kept for Air Force or flying personnel also, and sometimes not even the finger footprints, but some peculiarities in the foot such as flat foot where the arches are missing, supernumerary toes, scars on the foots, or cavities are likely to be found in the footprints, which can be used as a mode of identification of footprints. So footprints not only has a ridges, rich patterns, can also be used as any abnormalities of footprints can also be used to identify the individuals. Now coming to palatoprints, also called as rugoscopy, that is study of palate. The anterior part of the palate, the structural details like rugae or individual specific and prominence. So the palate that is has divided into hard palate and soft palate. So hard palate is has rugaes. So we can see in this image there are rugaes present. So these rugae patterns of this rugae are specific to individuals and is permanent. This the palatal rugaes has several advantages as identification criteria as they are well protected from trauma, being located deep inside the mouth. Also, they are insulated from heat by tongue and buccal fat. So, because of that, when the person is burnt, also this part of the body, which is protected by the tongue and buccal fat, is usually very useful for identification since it is protected by tongue. It can be used for mode of identification if the palatal print of that person is stored. Fingerprint can be used in some way as fingerprint, same as can be used as fingerprint for identification of individuals. Now coming to lip prints, the fissures and grooves on the lips are claimed to be characteristics of individuals. Minor differences can be noted between the right and left and upper and lower part of the lips. Lip prints are seen as crockery, cloth, paper, and window panes, cigarette ends, etc. So in a crime scene, if we go, we can found on the crockeries like in the glasses or in the any person who has taken some, if he has he has drink, or it may be present on the glass where he has drunk the some beverages can be seen. It may be seen in the cloth if there are if the person has tried to kiss on papers, on window panes, and also on cigarette ends if the person has smoked also. This lip print can be found. Identification is established if 7 to 9 characteristics of the lip prints are matched from the print from the individuals. So Suzuki has divided lip prints into 5 main types. Type 1 represents the grooves running vertically over the lips. Type 2 is the partially length grooves of type 1 variety. Type 3 represents the branch grooves and the intersected grooves. Type 4 represents the reticular pattern much like a wire mesh, and type 5 represents all other patterns that are irregular and non-classified. So based on the ridges, they are divided into type 5 types. That is, one is complete straight ridges, which you can see here. Incomplete or partial, which is a part of type 1 only. Type 2 is branched. Type 3 is intersected, where the ridges are intersected with each other. Reticular, where the ridges are reticulated, means multiple the ridges are convoluted. They are undefined or undifferentiated, where it doesn't has a specific pattern. So based on the ridges, there are 5 different patterns, and when these ridges are compared and with 7 to 9 characteristics are compared and which is are same of that of a lip print found in the scene of crime, then the identity is established. Coming to ear prints, ear has 4 basic shapes: oval, round, reticular, and triangular. Different shapes are present. The shape of earlobes, tips of the ears are of various types. Most of the ear prints are found on the doors and windows, and there's from the suspect 3 prints are taken like functional pressure, gentle pressure, or mode pressure. These are 3 modes of taking the ear prints. So ear prints can be found in the scene of crime, and to compare the scene of crime from the individuals who are suspected, ear prints are taken from functional pressure or gentle pressure or more with the more pressure. This after taking the ear print made visible in case of fingerprints as by dusting products. So if the ear prints are found in the scene of crime, like similar to latent prints, these are made visible by using dusting products photographed and print is taken. These photocopies of both known and unknown ear prints, that is known as of suspect and unknown ear prints which is found in the scene of crime, are produced on a plane and compared. So usually the ear has a tragus part, helix part, antihelix and crux are compared. So these are the parts which are compared. The tragus point, that is the tragus point which is present here, then the crux of helix which is present here, then the anti-tragus point which is present here, lower and upper crux and helix part are used for comparison. So these are the parts which are compared for ear prints. So when these parts are matched with the known and unknown ear prints, then if details are coincide, then the prints are from the same source. The opinion can be given as positive, highly probable, possible, or no basis for comparison. So ear prints may not be specific, they are specific to individuals, but they vary very widely, so not so becomes not so reliable. Now coming to nose prints, the lines on the nose and the shape of the tip are helpful in identification. So each person's nose tip is shape of the tip is unique, and the lines on the nose also unique to individuals. The chance impression means accidental impressions may be found in over doors or walls, etc. may be found in scene of crime. It can be used for identification. Now coming to retinal or iris identification, each person's retina has a unique pattern which is not changed from birth until death. So retinal is specific for each individual. The pattern is different even in identical twins. As such, it appears to be most precise and reliable biometric. So it is a most reliable biometric which can be used for identification of persons. It is recorded using low energy infrared light which is thrown in the eye. Then the reflection is recorded on the camera. Using camera, they record the retinal pattern and which is and stored in the computers. The result of the scan are converted to computer code and stored in the database. So retina patterns may be altered in cataracts, glaucoma, retinal degeneration, and diabetes. So other than that, it is usually doesn't alter from birth to death and highly specific for individuals, which is unique to even in identical twins and can be used for identification of person. Now coming to nail prints, ridges on the surface of the nails, their number, dimension on each ridge, their depression elevations, all in are helpful as unique factors in establishing of human identity. So even the nail prints, which has some ridges which can be studied by using hand lens, can be used for identification of person. These are my references. Thank you.